Hello my friends, and welcome back to our blind Let's Play of Virtually Last Reward, the sequel to 999 Let's Play the Nonary Games. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel, and this is incredible indeed. I just love how this game, every single time you think you know something, it throws something else in the works. And the idea of us having white blood definitely has thrown a spanner into the things. Additionally, AlphaMate noticed the other day on the video, and something I didn't notice, the lion in the archives was eating like this red token. I just thought it was like a casino coin, but he noticed that it's a lion eating the sun, which is what is, you know, on Warehouse B's wall. I didn't catch that the first time or the second time, so I'm glad he did, because yeah, that's a really cool detail. But anyway, let's continue on after we just voted to ally and everyone else did as well, I believe. Yes, it is incredible.
Look, everyone voted ally.
I know, that's amazing. All the dots. Yes, this is incredible dots.
You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
So weird. I did not expect that from Dio. I guess that shows that there's a little more... There's a little more character to Dio than what we may have originally suspected. I just thought he was the villain of the game, but he does seem to have somewhat of a heart, I guess. Maybe, possibly. I mean, even the Grinch had a heart, but it was a few sizes too small. But it was there, right?
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma.
All the dots. All the, hey, no problem dots.
Sigma?
All the dots. All the, I'm kind of preoccupied by the fact I'm bleeding white blood dots.
Sigma, are you alright?
All the dots. All the, I don't know how to say this out loud, dots.
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Huh? Oh, yeah, looks like we all allied. That's great. All the dots. All the, what's wrong with Sigma dots? It almost sounds like, you know, the way Sigma's acting, it almost sounds like he has Radical 6, but we know he's preoccupied with the white blood.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
Ooh. Dude, no. No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
All the dots. Yeah, that's right, dots.
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah. Right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
Huh. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were. Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
All the dots. Yeah, makes sense to me, dots.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something?
Uh-huh. Now that's suspicious. Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise, it's nothing.
All the dots. All the dots.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Private time with Luna. Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest, and marched out the yellow door. Tenmyoji and Kay quickly followed. In only moments, all 3 had disappeared. All the dots. All the alone time with Luna dots. What was it you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I really had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. So where are we going? We're going to the garden, because it's really pretty. Oh, we're in the garden! How about that? See, I would have picked this place too. You see, Luna and I on the same page. Ain't that cool? The garden.
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
Aww. All the dots. All the happy dots.
Oh, there's a bench over there.
Hey, didn't we say when we were in the bee garden, hey, Luna, you want to come sit down with me? That was like one of the scenes.
Would you like to sit down with me?
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. Ooh. She was silent for a moment, and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom, and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. It's a pretty song. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
All the dots?
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends.
Aww.
Or even any acquaintances, really.
Aww, I'll be your friend.
So I've sort of always been alone.
I kind of know exactly what Luna feels because I'm very much the same way in my personal life. I don't have a lot of friends. I could probably count them on my hand. And yeah, I sort of always been alone too.
It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurt.
It does. Sometimes you come home from work and you walk in the door and there's just nothing. You know, someone said I should get a pet. I'm like, I live in an apartment. I can't really get a pet. But yeah, it does hurt.
It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out.
All the dots. All the I know how you feel dots.
That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me.
Interesting.
They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it.
Who was that someone very important?
Luna, happiness is closer than you think.
Aww. All the dots. All the musical dots.
Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
No? Yeah? I guess we do. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. The brother and sister named Tittle and Mittel get asked to find a blue bird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually, they give up and go home. But when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in the hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story.
I never heard of it.
And it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But
all the dots. All the but what dots?
One day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird.
All the questionable dots?
In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Till and Mittel try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the more then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness,
It leaves?
you'll lose it again.
Yeah. All the dots. Well, that's kind of depressing dots.
I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for. And it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
All the dots. All the pursuant dots. I guess that's why I made a channel. You know, the channel that I have here is to find some happiness in my life, you know, to reach out to others, to connect with other people, and I found and made a few friends on this channel. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for all of you guys for that.
You know, Sigma.
Yeah?
I think you might be Til-Til.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say? All the dots. All the dots.
Can I ask you something?
Aw, man, the music just changed back. I want to go back to that pretty music. Sure?
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
All the dots. All the... Do we tell her the truth dots? Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. The first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice. And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice. Didn't you?
All the dots? Oops. All the, she's really smart dots.
That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well... She's good. Oh, you know, it's interesting. I didn't catch that about the wordplay. And that actually doesn't surprise me because I'm not good at that type of stuff. When the game subtly places something in the game and then comes back to it later on, I never ever see that. In the first Danganronpa game, there was a scene early on that I don't want to get too specific, but if you're paying really close attention, you realize at the end of the game, oh yeah, I should have seen that coming. Then there was a scene in Persona 5 with a certain mention of breakfast. So I'm trying to be vague so I don't spoil things, but if you do know what I'm talking about, then you understand how I never can pick up on those things. But I love it when they're in games because they make me go, haha, later on. Well, hey, there's that picture again. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been here before? All the dots. All the questionable dots.
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
That's a really good question. That's a question that I've been wondering myself. What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
All the dots. All the white-handed dots. Dang it, so you did see it, huh?
Yes. I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
Ooh. All the dots. Is this confirmation on my theory dots? For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because I was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you get from someone in a net house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. All the dots. dots. Are we a robot? Dots? Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I'm a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Aww. Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov.
Yes.
That he used in several of his stories.
Yeah, and one of those rules is like a robot can't harm a human being or something like that. Hey, it's our boy! What's up? Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given it to by human beings except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence, as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh yeah, I've heard those before. That's just an ideal though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed. I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws.
All the dots. All the dots.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart.
Aww.
You're a good person.
Aww.
It's in your eyes.
This is like the best episode ever. All the dots. Thank you, dots.
Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How? Use the atom machine, right?
Well, the atom should be able to tell us.
Aha. Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. What? Who is it?
Is someone there?
All the dots. All the who is spying on us dots.
Just me.
Oh, hi, Phi. Phi?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
All the dots. All the dots. Did you find a bomb? Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long you been here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No.
Yeah, right.
Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about?
I'm pretty sure she already knows. All the dots. All the dots.
Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Yeah, just what a mood kill. Darn it. This is...
An antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
I like how I say 01 and she's like, that says 3. Darn it. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Darn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Taking a walk? Expecting me to believe that? You really think I'm gonna buy that? Yeah, exactly. And once again, I want 1 Sigma and I on the same page. All the dots. Oh, all the dots. I thought that was Luna. Oh, there's Luna. Okay. Oh, the dots.
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course, you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
All the dots. All the, I guess, dots. So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
All the dots. All the, dots.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Aww. Our nice little trip was spoiled. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji. Kay and Dio. And of course, Alice and Quirk. Both seem to be sleeping peacefully. You never think to look at them that they'd been completely insane not so long ago. Alright everybody, listen up. I told them how we found the #1 bomb in the garden. And how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we found so far, there was probably a #2 bomb out there somewhere too. All the dots. All the explosive dots.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, now this is going back to the ending we just had a few, I'm not gonna say a few minutes ago, but shortly before? You know what I mean, right?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate.
This is so interesting because in that previous ending, we were like, well, you don't need to search everyone, you just need to search, you know, one person, and that's the person who planted the bomb. But the thing was, we didn't really know who planted the bomb, and that made everything, you know, that turned everything on its head, because we did know who planted the bomb, but we couldn't say anything because we didn't know it yet. Man, this game can get confusing when you start talking out loud about its plot.
Clear?
All the dots. Yeah, clear dots.
Good. Now who's going to be first? I
wonder if it's going to be a 2P continue here with the lock again. Basically, like, the same thing happens. Oh, the dots. 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 They don't get dots. They're unconscious. Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. Oh my god, no, not this again. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. Ah, here we go. I'm not buying it this time. I know who set the bombs. I'm not getting my hopes up. That person was a weird picture there in the background. That person, you did it. The room was suddenly silent. All the dots. All the accusatory dots. All the... Are we sure we're actually being accusatory dots? All the to be continued dots. Son of a... biscuit. Ah! We've had two to be continueds in the exact same spot. How can you have it in the exact same spot, game? Come on. So there's 2 locks that we can't go through until we know who planted the bomb. And that's really interesting. And of course, they're both black locks because we don't know how to get through them. Now, normally I would put an end to the episode here, but I have a feeling this choice is going to be a very quick choice. Because we're going to go in and betray, we're going to try to escape, something bad's going to happen, and then, like, the game's going to end. So I'm going to go ahead and press on. And if this is not a 4-minute ending, then I'll probably put a cut here. But let's see what happens. Fast forwarding through all this. And betray. Like I said, I think this is going to be a really quick ending. But we'll find out. Luna and I stepped out of the AV room. I could see the others falling out of the rims as we did.
Why?
I didn't have an answer for her. All I could think about was that white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No, it couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. All the dots. All the white blood dots. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
Her usually warm personality seemed to have gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen betray or because she noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say, "Oh, you killed her happiness." What an evil person you are, Sigma.
Excuse me.
And with that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward Kei, Dio, and Tenmyoji.
Please direct your...
Oh, we can't actually skip it. That's kind of cool. So the game doesn't let you skip if you haven't seen it before. Oh, I never noticed that before. Ally, ally. Ally, ally. Betray. Ally. Yeah, we're such horrible people. The only one with 9 points.
Points have been... Please...
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
Yeah, coming from Dio, that one hurts. All the dots. All the 9 BP dots.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting.
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
Wow. All the dots. All the... man, dots. There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betray of my own volition. But had I really? Had I really pressed that button of my own free will? The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Perhaps it had been fear? I was scared by that white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point, and I had decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Dang the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare? It couldn't be real. White blood was insane, impossible. All the dots, all the impossible dots. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hand. Darn it. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves, closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
Not human?
No. No, what you're saying. Of course I'm human. I'm 100% human.
Then explain that white stuff.
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing.
Oh, and you're one to talk? Can't even see you. You could be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit. That's just you. Robot you.
No, that seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity. I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
They probably just programmed you to think that.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. All the dots. All the dots. All the dots. Yeah! I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No, I don't think so!
And we're on the ground again. Darn it. Let go. Let go of me. I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. The desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. God dang it! You have to let me go! This is all some kind of mistake. A misunderstanding. It's a conspiracy.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Darn it! Get off me! Let me go!
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
No! Don't! Urgh. Where did he get Soapworld Beta at? The first thing I felt when I woke up was a hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. Kay must have suffocated me. Oh, he didn't get Soapworld Beta, he just suffocated me. My head felt like I had been stuffed with cotton, and I had to put up a hand to save myself as I stood up. Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something, and I looked down to see the injection gun. A glass vial labeled Soapworld was still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, they made sure I wasn't getting up in the near future. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Where is everyone? I glanced around the room. No one's here. It was empty except for me. Well, what about the other room? Like the other game? We would have died because we didn't go through the door, right? Unless they carried me through the door and then dropped me back here again. Took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quirk and Alice had disappeared. What the heck's going on? That was when I noticed it. Quirk and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. 2 other things, 2 other very important things were also gone. My bracelet and my left hand? What? What? For a long moment I just stared, dumbstruck. What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real. But there it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm my hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! Yeah! A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. Then after that, nothing. Okay, that's gotta be the creepiest game over screen I've seen in a while. So somehow... Oh, that's how... Oh, I understand. We would have died if, we didn't go through the room, but what happened is they took off our left hand, took our bracelet, and continued the game. And for all we know, they all escaped. I like the ambiguity of that ending. That actually kind of was, kudos. I enjoyed that one. That was pretty cool, actually. All right, my friends. I am the FlightlessBird. This is your story-based game channel. And this is our blind let's play of Virtue Last Reward. Sigma, game over. Ah, very cool. So what's next? Well, it looks like we have two choices. We have this choice, and we have this choice. Now, this choice could branch into other choices. This choice is definitely going to branch into other choices. What is this one? This is going to be a betray or ally choice. Now, what I may do is, I'm thinking I may go through this choice first. And the reason for that is because then we'll have all of this row complete. If I go to this choice, that's not going to be true. So what we can do is we can do this one, then go here, then ally betray here. And I think that's going to be our last ally and betray option. Well, I say that, but then there's something over here which branches off too. So it's hard to tell exactly for sure. But I do think we're going to go here to eliminate this final question mark. But if you look up here, you can actually see a lot of really interesting things. Our tree is filling out. It's really, really cool. We had a double lock here that was really annoying. Then we had a lock here, which is the same thing. Who planted the bomb? Lock number 7, lock number 9. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this story goes. Until next time, my friends, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.